What is going on, Earth 2 novice enthusiasts and everyone in between? You guys ready? We got less than 5 minutes before this goes live. I'm going to throw up another camera, definitely another source of lights, maybe get the other camera going. We'll see. But we've got 5 minutes. I'll leave you with the stream so you can see it. And I will be here. And maybe I'll pour myself another drink. We got the light going. Let me see if I can get this nicer camera going. I don't know if it really matters, but I've got it, so why not? Get a little bit of time. Although arguably, getting myself a drink to enjoy should probably be priority, because I think this might be an extensive Easter egg hunt. We shall see, shan't we? All right, camera's on. So let's hear some predictions. You guys think this is going to be better or worse as far as the server capacity as we experienced on the Dubai debacle? Dubai debacle, I guess. I'll call it Dubai debacle. All right, let's get this camera going. Just get this a little bit. Not sure if I'm going to use this camera. We shall see how much time we got. All right, 2 minutes. Let me give myself a drink. Cover your ears. I'm using the ice machine. All right. Yeah, it should be better. Like I was saying, I don't know if you caught my earlier live stream. I do think that the server situation will not be as intense, just because there shouldn't be as many transactions. You know, like people aren't going to be buying stuff like crazy. Maybe there's not going to be as much of demand. I don't know. It's similar time, but let's see. We got 60 seconds. 60 seconds on the clock. Whew. Excited. My clock's a little slow because I'm still at 5:58. But the official clock, I guess, says 60 seconds left. Maybe that's just a 60-second counter. Let's see what the official clock says. All right. Here's the official clock. I'll switch over when we get down to like 30 seconds. Don't you guys worry. It's just to build anticipation. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking. It's not going to be, shouldn't be as bad. That is the question. There's going to be, I would say there's going to be at least 20 eggs. Will we have multiples of those eggs? Were the eggs that were on the display the only eggs that are in existence? That is what we are all tuned in to learn. So let me switch the screen over. Should have a 30-second countdown coming to the premiere. And let's see what we got here. The hunt, we're going to be doing an Easter egg hunt. Easter eggs are valued between $500 and $3,000 Earth $2. And we are going to be watching a video that's premiering live, first time ever getting the rules and the details of this this whole contest. All right, it's going to begin shortly. It was saying 60 seconds before. What are we doing? Let's see if I could full screen this bad boy. No, I guess that's it. All right, here we go. Ah, okay. All right, so 2 minutes out. So at 6 o'clock, the countdown started. The second countdown. If you guys were live with me during Dubai or doing Dubai yourself, we saw a number of countdowns. So hopefully we won't see anywhere as many countdowns in this experience. All right. Excited. A little nervous. Let's see what's involved. Good luck to everybody before we get started. I would love to see you guys digging in, getting yourself some eggs. I think we're going to be seeing some new features coming about. I'm thinking it'd be a new filter. But we shall see, shan't we? 40 seconds, 38. Whew. Anybody sweating? Here we go. This footage was thrown together using some work in progress from our Inside E2 engine. The purpose of this video is for a little bit of fun, and I didn't get to read it all, but here we go. Oh, man, the graphics are going to be so insane. Look at that terrain. I hope we have the ability to fly. I'm sure we're going to have the ability to fly. Imagine how relaxing. Shane says he does that to relax. He literally said something about flying around Earth 2, and he uses it to relax throughout the day, which, just imagine doing this every once in a while. Drop those cortisol levels, forget about the bills. Oh, what are those things popping up? Oh, flags, okay. Imagine one day when they announce every tile is purchased. Wow. is only a tease. Much more detailed. High-speed travel. Oh man, it's going too fast. The engine footage is... What was that? All right, I'm going to bring it back and I'm going to pause it. Okay, the E2 engine footage on this video is hiding 5 Easter eggs. This time, no riddle in finding these eggs. Just time, patience, and persistence as they're hidden very well. If you find an egg, you must screenshot, crop, and write your name on the image similar to this. Do not... Okay, so I guess you're not able to save it. All right, hashtag when you find an egg. All right, so they're hidden in the video footage. Okay. So what's that mean? All right, I'm going to start. I guess we're not supposed to share it. That's explicitly, let me bring it back to that. Oops, shoot. Add to screen. It explicitly says we're not supposed to share it. So where is it? I guess I'll leave you guys with the rules up. Here, I'll pause it with the rules up, and let's all start hunting, I guess. Now it's not on the map. I don't understand. So we're not watching it. This is weird. Oops, sorry. I don't even know what to how to start with this. Let me see. I'm guessing it's in the video. I mean, has anybody read this any other way? So is it in the video itself? What am I missing? All right, so the E2 engine footage on this video is hiding 5 Easter eggs. 1 frame at a time. Okay. So we've got some of the answers. We know that we've got 5 eggs that we're going through. It literally, I mean, I don't know if I would get in trouble by hypothesizing stuff, but for the hell of it, it literally might be something that is only on 1 frame. It might be something that you just have to watch every little area because it might be a little blip. It reminds me of Fight Club, where they would talk about how they'd splice in single frames of adult movies in the kids' cartoons. For those of you who've seen Fight Club, probably like 90% of men have loved that movie. So it might be a single frame. Like you might have to watch each and every little section of the video over and over. So that's why he was saying you have to be patient. I'm looking, I'm going through the video on another screen, and I am not, I'm not having any luck so far, guys. Check in with your comments. Yeah, it was definitely shorter than I expected. And the thing is, like, most of the video, what I'm noticing is you're so far from anything, I don't see how you'd be able to see it. I definitely feel like it's going to be one frame. There'll be just a little blip. So I guess that's what you should look for. It's just some like little bloop, and then go back and try to pause it right on that frame. The way some of these buildings are shaped, they remind me of, for those of you in London, you're probably familiar with the Gherkin building, which is it's shaped kind of like a Fabergé egg. Some of these buildings remind me of the Gherkin building. And like maybe when they start coming up, initially it's an egg, and it switches the shape just because they're being clever. I don't know, man. Did you guys see a video? Did you guys see an egg in any of that video? I don't think so. I think I'd be seeing the comments going crazy if you did. We're going to be watching this over and over and over. I hope there's some way that we'll be notified once they're all found so we could all stop searching, because this is going to be nerve-wracking. Just so you know, so you guys know what I'm doing on another screen, I'm just watching the video over and over. I'm leaving the rules up. So if you guys, do the rules have any other clues? Maybe I should read all of them. Okay. If you find an egg, blah, 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 post the image. You may then comment or reply under the original post in the video URL. Okay. So to report it, we're going to be putting it in Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. So you have to get off of YouTube. Once you have it, I wish you could comment in the YouTube and that would count. That would be nice, but winners will be announced the following week and receive the credit. So there's only 5 eggs. Why'd they show us? Why'd they show us 25? That video is hiding 5 eggs. All right. Earth 2 engine video footage on this is hiding. All right, and they said there's no riddle, so I keep on trying to overthink this stuff. And it is weird because, like, what I would recommend to you guys is literally just watch it over and over. None of the video seems close enough to see an egg on the ground, so it would have to like temporarily be the size of a building. That's again why I think it's going to pop up as a blip, like a single frame, and then disappear again. We don't even know which eggs they are. They might be super camouflaged with the environment and the terrain. It's not like you have the ability to zoom in. Oh man, this is I almost feel like it'd be more nerve-wracking if we were having to scramble and go around to search. Oh man, this is this is definitely requiring patience, as Shane predicted. Patience would be key. Frame by frame with something that is. Thank God it wasn't a longer video. Saw someone mention that. Like someone mentioned, like, oh, it was shorter than I thought it was going to be. And what's interesting is, they gave us 20 different eggs. I think there will be another Easter egg hunt. I know there's going to be another Easter egg hunt. How soon will there be another Easter egg hunt? I do not know. But it was kind of sporting of them to give us 20 different types of Easter eggs. So we really don't have an idea as to what colors of eggs to be looking for or anything to pop out, because literally like almost every single color of egg, almost every color you can imagine, some are camouflaged. This is interesting. And then, so here's my another question just to put out there while we're doing this. What are the prizes for the eggs, the 5 that they selected? Because we've got, I guess maybe they'll be like based on who finds what first. Be like 500, 1,000, 1,500. What were the denominations? Is 500, 1,000, 15, 2,000, 2,500, I think, and then 3. So that's 6 different denominations. At least we'll know, like by process of elimination, what color eggs won't be available next time. Don't know how much that's going to help us out. But I mean, if we're going for what would be most camouflaged in this area, I don't think I'm breaking rules by hypothesizing with you guys. I think I'd only be breaking rules if I was like, okay, this is how you find it. But I'm seeing like there's a lot of foliage, and I know one of the eggs has like a leaf pattern, so that one would be exceptionally easy to hide in the flora. And then maybe in a future video, they're going to be doing a terrain video of desert. And there's one egg that definitely looks like it'd be perfect to hide in the desert. Maybe the different videos that are going to come out are going to be, like I said, different areas, and they've reserved the eggs to be correlated some way with that. So like an area where there's a lot of gold, maybe that golden egg is going to pop up. And then I know there's like a black one that would be perfect to have, around oil. Maybe if they do a terrain video with Dubai and the UAE. So this is interesting because this puts all the burden on YouTube servers, not the Earth 2 servers. Is anybody keeping an eye? I'm gonna check their social media, see if anybody's posted anything. Maybe that'll give us an idea. If we start seeing pictures of what they've found, and we'll get an approximate idea of like how close it can be. Okay. So where are they going to be posting this again? All right. You have to post it. Oh man, I'm sorry. I thought I apologize, guys. I thought the rules were up this whole time. Let's go back to the rules. Okay. So post it on the Facebook timeline. Okay. To your Twitter. Okay, so I guess if we watch the hashtag, I'm gonna check out the hashtag. I'll do a search for the hashtag for y'all. Haven't been watching the comments, but I'm about to jump to them in a second. Let me just get my thumbs done. Typing this. Okay, Easter egg hunt. Okay, I don't see any. I don't see any. Oh, I do. Yeah, that's not conclusive. There's some people doing like some really, it's not high def. Oh man, it does look like there are some eggs that have been found. I think these people are guessing. I would keep looking. I've seen some pictures so far, but these are so blurry you can't tell if it's a rock or a plant. It like seems kind of BS to me. Yeah, the games are in the video itself. All right, congrats, man. You're not allowed to show us, so just tag it in their YouTube or whatever else. That would be so sweet if you found it. Congrats to you. So far, I'll tell you this. Some people have reported that they found it on Twitter, that they found some eggs on Twitter. I haven't seen them. I mean, I've seen them, but I can't say definitively that it's an egg or that they are eggs. This is fun is not the word I would use to describe it, but like I'm trying to just go frame by frame. I'm probably rushing through. I should be watching each frame more closely. Okay, one definitely does look like it's an egg. I will say that. This dude, I am Oliver Neal. He looks like he has one. Some of these other ones just, I don't believe them. I don't think they're eggs. No. Not convinced, man. I will tell you that if some of these are correct, they're so blurry and hard to. Oh, okay. One dude definitely found one. Wow. It is hidden. This one looks like it was in a tree, but you can see the Earth 2 logo on it. So that one I definitely think, and it's even got the shadow of the tree on it. These other ones, so one of them I am very confident that it's an egg. It looks like it might be the chrome one or maybe the white one. These other ones are nowhere near as clear. This one's just garbage. Yeah, I have no idea how these guys found these. I mean, they were literally going frame by frame. It's really just luck of the draw. You just got to pause somewhere, and by the looks of these, I would say that they weren't in there for just a blip, just the 1 second splice. So I'll say maybe I was wrong on that because, well, the one that looks conclusively like it was found, it looks as though it would have been part of a moving shot where it would have been too obvious to just blip in and blip out. You would have seen it. So I'm gonna guess it was just hidden. The one that was like, if you look on the Twitter, it'll be the one that's in the tree with the shadow, and that's the only one that I think is conclusive because you can make out the E2 emblem on it. The other ones are just like round-ish objects. Another one looked like it was correct. They're off in a distance, so I think they're going to be. One of them was at a distance. It does look like an egg. Definitely doesn't look like the same colors. It's hard because the dude also like highlighted it yellow on his screen to point it out. But there's this one area with so many rocks that you're just gonna go insane, and you can't see the Earth 2 logo. Like, I like the one that's in the tree because I can say without a doubt that that's an egg. It is the egg. It's not just an egg-shaped rock or something that's off in the distance like a lot of these people have. It's not heavily pixelated. Like, you can definitively see that it is an egg. I would share it with you guys, but I don't want to. I'm less worried about getting in trouble and more worried about just pissing them off, you know? Like, I don't want them to think that I'm like trying to break the rules, but you could look at it on the Twitter. Just search the hashtag Earth2 egg hunt, no spaces, obviously. And you'll see the only one that I think is conclusive because you can actually see the E2 on the egg. And again, it looks like it's either the silver/chrome looking one or the white one. Solid color, all light, and it has the shadow of the tree over it. So they definitely hid these bad boys pretty well. Now, are they at different lengths or at different distances? Are they going to be, so small that we can't really make out the Earth 2 logo on it? That conclusive E2. In which case, it's all kind of just a guess. Oh, this is fun. Here, I'll share. I guess I'll share my screen out. I don't know if I get in trouble for this, but screw it. Let me take this out here. This here. Let's see. Share. How do I do this? Okay, I'll put this over here. Okay. So this is what I'm doing. I'll go full screen mode. And if anybody from Earth 2 is watching, I'm not trying to get in trouble or anything. And just give people something other than the rules to look at. If the rules had like riddles in them, I'd keep them open, but I'm sure you guys are just getting bored with that. As you guys can see, I'm just going frame by frame. I'm trying. Pause, unpause, pause, unpause. And they maybe, I got banned by Facebook, so I unfortunately can't see what's being, if anybody can get their eyeballs on the Facebook page, check that hashtag out. Okay, I'm definitely seeing some more people reporting. They've got them. I don't know if I like that. I don't know if I agree with that. This one dude. This one dude posted a picture of, yeah, this one's definitely. So there's definitely one in the tree. There's definitely. Oh, another one was found. It looks like it's got the Earth 2 logo. So I'm going to say 2 have definitely been found. So far 2 of them do show the Earth 2 logo. It's clear enough for you to see. So I will assume that maybe that's what we should use for definitive proof. There's no harm in guessing. Some of these people are just taking screenshots, and it's not really specifying where the egg is. But I guess we will. If someone really wanted to piss people off, they could like Photoshop some of the real eggs in there. Just be like, oh, I found them all. Yeah, there's a bunch of people who are just, this one dude, Nat Reed, he's just posting up random pictures of rocks and circling them, just trying to be lucky. So far there are 2 that I could definitely make out the Earth 2 logo. I've seen this blue one reported a couple of times. I'm not sure if it's the same person, but I don't see the Earth 2 logo on it, so I'm not sold. Yeah, there's a lot of people reporting them now, but dude, this one's a rock. This one, it's not even. All right, the one in the tree has been reported multiple times. Yeah, some of these are rocks. Some of these are just. Yeah, I don't know. I'm definitely seeing some that are reported multiple times. So it looks like a red one and like a chrome one have been found. And every time I refresh my feed, there's more. Now, are they? Let me see the rules again. Minimize this. Bounce to the rules. Photo editing will be rejected. That's awesome. All right. Oops. I think this one's being reported as one. What do we think? Is that one? Shoot. So what were the rules? I'm sorry, I gotta go back to the rules again. Let me see what the rules are. Screenshot, crop, and write your name. Oh, it has to be a screenshot. Okay, so that makes sense. Now, there were some. There's been pictures of the Earth 2 Jeep and eggs. I wonder if there's any around there. Let me check out the comments, see if anybody else has found any. All right, comments. One frame at a time. 5 eggs are hidden in the video. Read the rules below or pause at the end. All right, please tell me. They posted the colors of the 5 eggs. What are the colors? Oops. Let me check the Twitter again, see if any others have been reported. Wow, yeah. There's a lot being reported. Hmm. I definitely was wrong about the layers. That was one of my ideas, was that they were doing something with the new layers. Obviously, I was wrong about that. White, yellow. Hmm. Okay, so there's still incentive to find the eggs, even if someone's already found one. Let's see. Oh, this is frustrating. I really recommend that you slow it down, because it is, it definitely is pretty crazy how fast some of these parts go. And there are some that a lot of people are reporting the same ones. So maybe that's somewhat conclusive. I don't know. It's crazy. Even slowed down, like I have it slowed down to like 1/4 the speed, and it's honestly it's still kind of quick at certain areas, and I mean it's like easy to miss stuff. And it definitely looks. It's weird because some of them that people are showing, it's like they're kind of hidden, but more easily. It's more easy to see that it definitely is the egg, and the other ones hidden as in like they're camouflaged in the color that's surrounding them. Whereas other ones, it's like they're out in the middle of the out in the open, but it's something that's way far off in the distance, and it's hard to like definitively say, "Yep, that's the egg." My favorite one so far, there's 2 so far that I've seen that you can see the Earth 2 logo, the E2 logo on. So I don't know if they're all going to be that. And these other ones are just like a farce. I think a lot of people are also just taking wild guesses and just figuring like, oh, okay, we'll just take a shot of everything and post as many things as possible. I wonder if the Earth 2 team's going to really take them seriously. I mean, if you post 50 different pictures and one of them happens to be right, are they still going to give that to you? I'll be honest, I'm not in love with this, but maybe that's only because I haven't found an egg. Maybe if I found an egg, I'd be a lot more thrilled. Now in the rules, do we have to write your name? Okay, so I'm seeing some people put their handle. So I don't know. I'm gonna just put my name because my Earth 2 handle is just a bunch of letters and numbers. All right, let's keep searching. I'm going to guess that they're all different colors because so far I have seen conclusively a light colored one that is either white or chrome and a red one. So I'm going to guess that white or chrome are off the table. So we should be looking for any of the other colors, which kind of limits it a little bit. Narrows it down a little bit. There's only, what, 18 other colors? 18 other egg designs, I should say. I wonder if they're going to have that zigzag one on here somewhere. All right, let's see. So in case you guys don't know, with YouTube, you can bring it down to 0.25. And that's what I would recommend. As I said before, even at 0.25, it's still like crazy fast in some areas. I really feel like it should show the Earth 2 logo, but I'm seeing a lot that are being posted. And again, these guys might just be guessing. This one dude like posted an obviously photoshopped image that was pretty cute, pretty clever. It's if you see it on the Twitter, it's like all of the Jeeps or the Jeeps and the eggs are like all around the Jeep, very easy to see. And then he says, it was pretty easy, LOL. Obviously fake, but still funny. Definitely think there's going to be some hidden around these buildings or in the buildings or on the buildings or something that would just be too good. Maybe out there got a photographic memory by chance? Super useful. Check the comments. Don't want you guys to feel like I'm ignoring you. Reply to comments. Sorry. Nobody knows what they're doing. Yeah, the video. It's on the video. Sorry, man. Just seeing your comments now. Zoom in. It's not Will. It's not in the actual map. It's in the video. All right, so we've got green, white. Yeah, I think I saw a red one. I think you also said it was yellow, a yellow one. So congrats. You're not allowed to say anything, unfortunately. You're not allowed to say where. But congratulations. I wonder if anybody's going to find multiple eggs. I'm sure there's probably some people finding multiple eggs out there. I mean, let's be honest, there's probably like some places where like a room full of friends got together and they're all finding them and then sharing with each other. Can't prevent that. Just gotta play as good as you can. Wouldn't it suck if like someone's like posting them on Twitter, but they're not putting their name, the hashtag in right, or they're not putting the name in the right way. Imagine how frustrating that would be. I wonder if any of the any of the time increments are going to be somewhat relevant, like, well, maybe like the date that it was released, or how many minutes does this go into? 3. So today's date is the 3rd. Doesn't go into 4 minutes though, so it couldn't be like 4:03, but maybe 3:04, because everywhere else in the world, but that gets it well into the instructions, so you'd be able to see it on the instruction page, right? Just thinking, like, so today's date would be in Europe and everywhere else in the world, it would be 4/3/21. But again, that puts you well into where the instructions are up on the screen. So maybe that doesn't make much sense. And then also, considering it's a video, I guess it would be visible around, for hopefully a few seconds, you'd think. I really wish that we knew definitively that it would have the Earth 2 logo that would be visible, so we could say yes or no, or we're not wasting the time. I think that's probably one thing they're going to learn. They're probably going to get a crazy amount of hashtags that they have to pour through, and then they got to figure out which ones are legit. And there's so many different frames. Like, it won't be popping up for just one frame because it's, moving video. And it'll be quite the burden on them. They said they're going to announce the winners in a week, and that may be a bit ambitious, honestly, because I can only imagine how many hashtags they're going to have to pour through of legit attempts plus people who are just like blindly, because there are some shots where it's just like rocks everywhere, and even some of these flags, they look like they could be from the right angle and the right distance. They look like they could be eggs, right? So just imagine how many they're going to have to pour through, and then they're going to be like, okay, that's the green egg, and we know that it was visible through these seconds, so now we have to go through every single frame and see if we can match it up to this claim. I don't know. Some of these shots are just like, they'll make your eyes cross. You're just going crazy, frame by frame. I don't know if I'd prefer it to have been just one frame. There's some other relevant numbers that would be within a 3 minute and something second sequence. So it wouldn't be like the launch date of Earth 2, right? It would be, that's just thinking out loud, don't mind me. Send the screenshots to their Twitter, Facebook, or Instagram. There are E2 logos on 2 of the eggs that I saw, but I don't know if it's going to be on all of them. I don't know if it's going to be distinguishable on all of them. The video's on YouTube. Switzerland, possibly. Yeah, the video quality definitely does limit your ability to see what's going on and really distinguish, like, I don't know if this was really 4K quality or what. They're in the video, not on Earth 2. Yeah, there's only 5. Depending on, I don't know if you're on a phone. I know on a Mac. I've got a MacBook. It's Command Shift 4, and it gives you a little whatever crosshair kind of thing that you can box out what you want to zoom in to screenshot. Yes, Hunt's in the video, not in the map. Got to go through the video frame by frame, according to Shane. Instructions are what I would suggest, and I don't feel like I've successfully found any eggs. What I would suggest is get on the YouTube video and slow it down as much as possible, and then just go frame by frame, and just like pause, play, pause, play, pause, play. Like on my MacBook, I'm able to hit the space bar, and that's play, and then I hit it a second time and it's pause. So I'm just like spacebar, 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 spacebar. If it were like one spliced frame, like I was hypothesizing before, like the Fight Club example, I think it'd be easier because you'd see it pop up. It'd be like easier to distinguish it. But I don't think so. I think it's part of the video, which makes it a little bit harder. And we're all supposed to be having fun, right? We're having fun. This is so much fun. We could only assume, just like I was saying during Dubai, it'll only get better. They'll learn. I think this was definitely something where they probably went this route. I'm sure one of the reasons, I won't say all of the reasons, but one of the reasons was probably, as I mentioned before, this is putting all the workload on YouTube's servers. So it was smart. I mean, we could all be experiencing a situation where like we can't even get on a map. Imagine having to go through the entire Earth too, which that might be the case. I was expecting the video to be a clue as to the location, and like somebody in the comments was mentioning like this is Switzerland. Yeah, if it's Switzerland, I do see a lot of Swiss flags. So like if they were to say, okay, this is Switzerland, then we'd be going like rushing to the map, scouring Switzerland or Austria or any Alpine countries, which there's quite a few, I believe. France and chunk. And then it's like, is it really Switzerland or is it maybe the Rockies? Because I'm sure they resemble each other. The Appalachians, probably not so much, but I digress. And this definitely requires patience, and I feel myself getting frustrated, especially when I'm honestly, there's so many things I'm looking at, and I'm not even bothering taking a screenshot because there's just so many, and it's like I'm looking for something more definitive. And I just clicked, okay, I lost my place in my video. Oh well. It's it is what it is. If you're not having fun, or if you got something better to do, I guess we'd be doing it. We're the group of people who are prior. At least this isn't on. At least this wasn't Easter. We're not locked away from our families. Although I know some of us would like that. I'm just kidding. And that's probably true. So at least this isn't taking us away from the family. To be grateful for that, because it could be worse. Could be frustrated with servers going down and being locked in a room with your family pounding in the door, saying, "Why are you in there? Grandma wants to see you. We're taking pictures. Leave me alone. I'm looking for eggs." and towards the end of the video, I don't know if I'm going to keep doing this. Of course I am, because I'm a sociopath. This is so cool, though. I do have to say, like, I have so much admiration for the feat that they're taking on. This is going to be something that's going to be monumental. And then, like, watching this game, I'm very excited to see the architecture. I used to want to be an architect, so I will definitely want to. I'm curious, does anybody know what kind of language? I know this is going to be somewhat of like an open, I don't want to say open source, but this will be somewhat of an open source communal development project. I do think there will be 3D modeling and stuff like that. I would love to learn the right language. If anybody knows, I guess I gotta do some research on this, but if anybody knows what language I should learn or what type of software I should learn in order to build some 3D houses and stuff, that's what would really interest me. I mean, there's so much cool stuff going on. But like I said, I was kind of an architecture nerd through middle school and high school. I used to draft for fun. I got my drafting teacher in high school. Actually, I would finish my project so early that he would just give me some of his work that he would be doing on the side for other companies, and he would pay me. And I think he'd pay me like $25 an hour, which in the US in high school, my job that I had before that was like $8 an hour. So like $25 an hour, that's more than teachers make in the States, especially back when I was in high school, which was like 2.3 million years ago. So, and the joke of it is, and whatever, he was probably charging like $75 an hour or something, you know? So he's outsourcing it to me, which no problem. He still had to look over all my stuff. But dude, I would have done it for free. I just loved getting in AutoCAD and building and playing. I started getting in with 3D modeling. There was an open source software that Google put out a while ago. I want to say it was called GIMP, but I think GIMP was their open source or free version of Photoshop. So no, it wasn't GIMP. But in any case, I started playing around with that and making like furniture and some basic houses, but I didn't stick with it. But I know it wouldn't be anywhere near what Earth 2 is going to have. But I would love to be building some 3D houses and stuff like that for Earth 2. Like I said, I would literally go on AutoCAD for fun as a kid. So this would be right up my alley. Like I never got into Minecraft. I was kind of, or I am kind of older. So by the time all that fun stuff came out, I was already buried in my businesses. Although I'm sure if I got into Minecraft, or maybe there's a better system that's more applicable to what I'm trying to get at here. Sorry, I'm trying to think and operate at the same time. I'm not so good at walking and chewing gum. But yeah, at the end of the day, I would love to. I mean, I would probably get lost in just buildings in Earth 2. And I'm like, my hypothesis, I'm sure you guys are, as a lot of you are probably already thinking this. I mentioned this in other videos, but I think like these buildings that we're seeing, this will be something that like you or I could build and then sell to somebody else, and then you or I could buy if we weren't builders. And I think that's going to be another one of the economies in there. Like I believe that's what's going on already in Decentraland. I did do a video. I recorded a walkthrough of Decentraland. I've got to edit it because it's over an hour long, and I don't want you guys to have to bear with an hour of me going through Decentraland. It's especially laggy because I was like recording on a web-based recorder simultaneously while going through it, so it's super laggy. But I'm going to chop it up and show you guys. There's all sorts of stuff. They got NFTs. Like you could imagine this. You've got your mansion that you bought from somebody who's like some architecture student in Chicago, and you could have like a Frank Lloyd Wright replica house, which is, I would love to have that. I actually was trying to buy Falling Waters. I do own some Frank Lloyd Wright houses in Chicago, my Earth 2 properties. Totally forgot about that. And one of the things I want to do is I will either myself or hire like an architect, architecture student to bang out the recreation of those houses. And I just a big Frank Lloyd Wright fan for what he's done with modern architecture and how far ahead of his time he was. I would recreate those houses. They're not the more popular houses that anybody would know. Like everybody knows Falling Waters. That was already bought up by the time I got in there. And the servers were laggy already at the time. So when I first started buying it up, I didn't see any flags and I got so excited. I highlighted it and then it wouldn't let me do the purchase. I'm like, what what's going on? And the servers finally caught up and it was like, yeah, this is all bought out, bucko. So I settled for some other stuff just outside of Chicago in the suburbs, and still happy. I think I got 2 Frank Lloyd Wright properties. What's crazy is back then, the U.S. was getting to, I don't know, it's probably like $6 or $8 a square back then. I was like, oh man, it's pretty expensive because I was buying stuff in Peru for like 11 cents. I'm like, I don't know, $6 or $8, kind of expensive. My dollar just goes so much further in Peru, and thankfully I was smart enough to grab some of that stuff. I grabbed some weird stuff. I've got Jeffrey Epstein's house here in Palm Beach. I'm in Boca Raton, Florida, so his house is like 20 minutes, his place in Palm Beach. Not that I'm a Jeffrey Epstein fan, but I was just like, what is something that is famous but people haven't thought of yet? Because literally people have thought, I mean, I was trying to pick the most obscure stuff that was still somewhat historical or notable, and like it was getting really macabre, and maybe that just says a lot about me. I don't know, but obviously I was buying like the entrances to, I think, Disney World and Busch Gardens, but then I was like, okay, what about the grassy knoll where Kennedy was shot? Sure enough, some other people beat me to it. So at least I'm not the only sicko out there. And again, I'm not a fan of this stuff, but I'm just trying to think of like what's historical. What are people in 5 years? What are people going to be like randomly going to go see? And while it might not be as popular as downtown Manhattan, being that downtown Manhattan was already bought up, I do think I have 1 square in Manhattan though. Being that, those obvious choices were a little bit more or significantly more popular and bought up a bit faster. Like I said, I was just thinking outside the box. The first McDonald's, I've got right next door to the first McDonald's, they've got a museum. And the first McDonald's was bought up, but the museum was not. It's roughly the same footprint. My hypothesis at the time was McDonald's was maybe going to have some interest in having somewhat of an Earth 2 presence. And then I was like, okay, if I were McDonald's and I were to get 1 property in Earth 2, where would it be? Would it be my first Shanghai location, my first New York location, or would it be the first McDonald's ever? So if McDonald's is interested and they want to buy 1 Earth 2 property, figured they'd want to buy the first McDonald's, right? What else? There's a relatively famous, if you're familiar with, if you're in the U.S. and you're in the marketing industry, there's a dude named Jordan Zimmerman, and he is, especially in South Florida, he's pretty well known. I bought his building. For those of you who may know Grant Cardone, I think I bought up Grant Cardone's building. He's actually a client of my business. I've got a meal prep company, Florida's highest rated meal prep company, Fit Food Fresh. And Grant Cardone has been a member of Fit Food Fresh since like 2017. And he's got a location in not Hollandale. We're outside of Hollandale. Aventura. He's got his headquarters in Aventura. So I bought that up. Grant Cardone is like a real estate mogul. He's quickly on his way to being a billionaire. He's already managing probably like several $1 billion worth of property through his various REITs. He's a real estate acquisition trust, real estate. But yeah, he owns a lot of property. He actually owns the building I live in now. He bought it, I think, last year during what we all know happened. But in any case, bought his building, bought up Jordan Zimmerman's building. Probably gonna approach Jordan at some point and say, "Hey, man, would you like to own your own building in this new earth?" And you being a marketing guy, you'd be able to market there and have any kind of notoriety of anybody who's visiting that area in Earth 2. See what he says. I think the dude's got a jet, so I don't think he's gonna have. I know his son Chase has like McLarens and like ridiculous cars. My buddies, got some buddies with like Lambos and Ferraris and McLarens and all that, and they're friends with his son. So they're not short of money. And Chase Zimmerman, actually, I should reach out to him through my buddy Giancarlo. But Chase or Jordan, or if anybody who knows Chase or Jordan, if they want to reach out and let them know who owns the Zimmerman building, send them my way. I'd be happy to talk business with them. Price is all only going up, but I'll give them a good deal. With Grant Cardone, I'm going to reach out to Grant and let him know I've got his building. I was thinking about giving it to him, but now seeing how much this stuff is going to go up and seeing how many fans he has, maybe I'll sell it to one of his fans and see if they'll sell it to him. I don't think I'm going to give it to him as a gift anymore. I think Grant's good enough. He's doing good. I don't think he needs any gifts. So if anybody wants to negotiate with Jordan Zimmerman or Grant Cardone and buy up that property and flip it to him, holla. Or McDonald's. Anybody has connections, get right to the top. You know who to ask to get that wallet open. Go ahead. Let me know. Let me see some comments. Sorry, I didn't mean to be neglecting you guys while I rant. So I believe it's going to be 50, the first 50 reported eggs of each egg. So 5 times 50, 250. So just because eggs have been reported, you're still able to, it's going to be the first 50 people who report that egg. Nice, man. Very nice. Congrats. Hey, Sir Suze, did they all have E2 on them? I mean, I guess you're saying you're pretty sure, so they probably didn't have E2 on them. Like that example that he has in the instructions has the E2 on it. I've seen 2 that had E2 on it. The other ones look pretty close. Blender is 3D modeling. I'm assuming that's what I should have been monitoring the questions monitoring the answers when I was asking questions. I think all the eggs are found. I think all 5 eggs have been found, but 50 people can find each egg. The first person to report each egg gets the grand prize, and then I think everybody else gets a smaller prize, like $50, $100. I don't know. 3 eggs are found already. Okay. Earth 2 just went up by 20%. I've seen it get pumped before, so let's wait 24 hours and see if that stabilizes. I saw there was one time I logged into my account and it was up 10x. And I knew it was being pumped, but it was up, like it was in the 6 figures. And I was just like, man. But I knew it was being pumped because obviously nothing goes up that fast. Yeah, it does need to be in 4K next time. I mean, they're going to learn. They're probably going to get a lot of complaints. They're pretty good at learning. And this is like, again, this is me coming, from an entrepreneur standpoint. I've been involved with a bunch of different startups and software and all that other jazz. It's about learning and constantly improving. And I've seen that with these guys. I am such a big fan. I really respect them.
aside from this project, just their work ethic and the way they think about things, it's the way that I operate, where you make mistakes, you apologize, you own it, and you improve next time. And you accept the fact that you won't be perfect, but you do your best to constantly improve. So I do think that the future Easter eggs will be different. And it seems like they're pretty intelligent and they understand the value of novelty, meaning doing it different each and every time to continually foster interest. It differentiates them. I've seen a bunch of projects out there, and I've been going back and forth on whether or not I should even share some of these projects with you guys, because projects that preceded Earth 2, I have no problem sharing those with you. But the projects that are coming, and there are a lot that are coming after Earth 2 that are arguably copycats, I don't know if I should even bother sharing those with you guys. While they are interesting, they're even less proven than Earth 2. And I feel, unless I see some reason to believe otherwise, I feel as though they're just doing a cash grab, where I feel like Shane and the team, they understand what this could be. This is something that's so much bigger than money. So I don't know. There are some other ones. You guys may have heard of them on the interwebs and Reddit forums. I've been contacted. I get contacted by all sorts of companies, and they want to pay me. I've yet to charge for a video or like accept payment for a video or anything like that. Not to say that I'm on a high horse and I wouldn't do that, but my integrity is worth a bit more, and I don't want to endorse anything that ends up being either a scam or a flop or a waste of time. I've got no problem saying, hey, here's a project that's going on and here's what these guys are trying to do, if I have reason to believe in it. But let's just say there's some projects that are going to be coming out of the woodwork. They're going to be trying to take advantage because they see it's just like all the cryptocurrencies. Like when I got into cryptocurrency years ago, and it's still happening now, but it was like there was such a rush to just create a cryptocurrency because everybody's like, oh, you just buy cryptocurrency and it only goes up. So all these companies who had no business getting into cryptocurrency, they didn't have the skill set, the experience, or really the utilitarian purpose to justify doing a cryptocurrency. They were just popping out of the woodwork and doing it. And that's one thing I do respect about Dogecoin. I am embarrassed to admit I did buy into Doge this year, but I'm proud to admit that I made a hell of a lot of money on Doge. But Doge, I do respect the fact that from day one, it's just been a joke. And even the founders are like, yeah, this is not anything real. We should have no value. This is literally just a joke. Now, there is brand value with Doge. So I am thinking, I'm being convinced more and more that Doge may eventually evolve into a legit product, because all it takes is a proper utilitarian purpose, a proper application for Doge, and they've already got this notoriety. Everybody already knows what Doge is. Like 90-something% of people who know what Bitcoin is probably know what Doge is, right? There's amazing value in just being known. As Grant Cardone says, if you don't know me, you can't flow me. Meaning, if you don't know who I am and what I do, whether or not you like me or hate me, if you know who I am and what I do, and then one day you decide that you need whatever service I provide, there's a potential of me making money. Whereas if you don't know me, there's zero potential of you giving me your money. And he's like, there's people who probably don't even like me as a person because I'm always going on their Instagram. And like Grant Cardone talks about how, people tell me he posts too much and he sends too many emails and everything else. And he's like, yeah, but at the end of the day, when you want to buy some real estate, you know who to go to. And I'm going to be the first guy that you think of. And he's right. So where that ties in with Doge is that notoriety. All it's going to take is like, oh, actually Doge is really good for this application. Doge is really good for, transferring money on this platform. Or if Elon Musk were to start taking Doge for Tesla payments, I heard Doge is going to be on Coinbase, or I think it just got launched on Coinbase. I was waiting to see it pop off, but I didn't really see much movement. But yeah, so in any case, there are companies out there, going back a few tangents, there are companies out there who are popping out just to take advantage of this cryptocurrency like rush, where everyone's like, oh, Earth 2, oh, but it's also expensive. Oh, but this other company came out and they're much cheaper. And I'm not saying that there can be only one. This isn't Highlander. Can there be multiple companies going to Mars? Yeah, there can be multiple companies going in, doing the electric vehicle thing. We're seeing that. Tesla and SpaceX are probably going to be the best for the foreseeable future, but something really disruptive can come. Maybe there's going to be some super genius who comes out and he's got, an even better idea for rockets or whatever else, and that allows them to grow faster or do whatever that could possibly put them ahead. Tesla has the brand recognition, obviously, and they've got it's a head start, but it doesn't mean that there can be only one. So possibly there will be a legit competitor to Earth 2. I don't think it's going to be Decentraland, because while it is a comparable project, it's not on the scale. Can Decentraland pivot and say, hey, we're going to do a 1-to-1 scale replica of the Earth as well? Maybe they've got that working in the background already. I don't know. But yeah, so in any case, if I bring you guys some legit or if I do find some legit projects, I will bring them to you. But so far, or if you guys know of any that are legit, even if it's not an Earth 2 thing, if it's something that is loosely related, I'd be happy to. Can't guarantee I'll share it with you, because I'm going to do a little bit of a dig, and I like to give you guys the pros and the cons. Even with Earth 2, when they were doing some stuff that didn't make sense, or there was some stuff that I didn't like, I was honest in saying, I believe that they are a legit project, but this is a questionable decision, or, I could see people doubting them because this isn't ready or that, but I've been bullish on them the entire time. And the biggest evidence of that is the fact that I'm not selling my property. The only stuff I've sold was more for research purposes, to just see how it all went through. And I've received some awesome offers on my property, but I think it's going to be worth way more in the future. I'm very bullish on this. So we shall see. I'm always open to being proven wrong, because that's how you learn. You always learn when you fail or when you're wrong. You don't always learn from being right or being successful, because you might just be lucky. If we flip a coin and I say heads and it lands on heads, it doesn't mean that I was really right. I just guessed right. If your business is successful, doesn't mean you're better. It just means maybe you were earlier to market. Maybe you took advantage of relationships or connections or marketing or something like that. But when you fail, when you're wrong, there's definitely a lesson to be learned in that. So you can always find more growth in failures and in being wrong. This is so cool. I'm going through the trees in the beginning, and I'm just digging it so much. I can't wait to fly, being able to control flying through here. Put on a VR headset. And imagine when we have like haptic body suits or whatever, you're able to feel the wind rush by as you're going by these trees, and the surround sound like whoosh. All right. I don't think I've found any unequivocally I've found some stuff that looks kind of like eggs, and I've taken some screenshots and I've submitted them. I haven't found any that have the Earth 2 logo on them. So who was it? This young explorer said 2, you can see the Earth 2 logo, and 1's too blurry. So I don't know how many I've really found. I found some that look like some of the other ones that were found without like matching the identical frame up side by side, but I haven't seen Earth 2 logos on any of the ones that I've found. Yes, yeah, I'm sorry. You're finding it on the video. The instructions are basically or frame. Shane's suggestion is screen or what is it? Screen? What am I thinking? Clip by clip, frame by frame. Man. Now it's at the beginning. It was only 1080. And now it's at 4K. Huh. Mine's still honestly like it's not impressive resolution. The one I'm watching right now. I'm hoping the gameplay will be better, but I don't know if this is the YouTube throttling because the demand on the video. Imagine like YouTube's probably like, what the hell is going on that one channel? People are watching this video over and over and pausing and playing and watching it again. It's like a 3-minute and something second video. What are these people doing? Hunting eggs. I wonder if my quality is down because I'm also streaming to you guys. You guys are keeping me from finding eggs. It's all good. Wish there was a better way to control like forward and backwards on this. There's definitely some spots where it just goes so fast. I'm looking through trees right now, and it just rips right through them. And I have it slowed down. Again, in case you didn't hear my suggestion before, on YouTube, you can bring it down to 0.25, so 1/4 of the normal playing speed. And honestly, there's some points where it still just rips right through with that. Even brought down that low. There's this one branch I'm trying to get a good look at, and it's like a second. I can't get it slow enough. Oh man, if my fiance knew I was just doing this, I think she's pretty understanding. She knows I've been pretty good with Earth 2 so far. Well, she might not understand it because I kind of just my mouth barely keeps up with my mind. And as you guys have experienced, I am addicted to tangents. She trusts that I know what I'm talking about. Yeah, I can't believe I'm double checking the playback speed because this is just ripping. This is crazy. This is cool, man. I like that, you know, the game isn't even launched yet. And again, this is speaking from, I look at businesses like as an entrepreneur, I look at them as an investor, I look at them as a customer, and I'm such a big fan of Earth 2. And I like the fact that there's some companies who want to like blow their load and tell you everything that they're going to do because they have to drum up so much interest, and they have to, you know, dump all that. Like I said, they got to blow their load just to drum up enough interest. And what I like and respect about this team is they're keeping so many cards to the chest. They haven't told us anything. They've hinted at so much stuff, keeps us curious. Like lately, they've been releasing like weekly something cool every week has been happening or announced, and I thoroughly dig it. There's this one. I'm coming back up on a frame that I took a screenshot of before, and now I'm seeing it again. I didn't really think it was a rock or an egg before, and now I'm seeing it again. I'm like, yeah, that's definitely not an egg. I see so many other people have posted stuff, and it's just like, yeah, it's a rock, bro. You're hoping it's an egg, and I understand, but that's definitely a rock. I look forward a week from now. I'll go live again, and all of you who have found eggs, let's talk. Let's see what you got, what your prize was, where you found your egg. You know, once everything's found and they've decided who the winners are, you won't be breaking the rules. But I'm curious to see what you got, what you won. Did they tell you, like, are they going to tell you what place you came in? Like, you're the third person to find that egg. I'm pretty sure there's going to be so many people who have submitted eggs a little late to the game that they probably won't follow up with people who like to give them like a nice try, but no. I really hope if any of my eggs that my little guesses were correct, I hope the way I put my name on there was kosher with them. I didn't put my Earth 2 handle on there. We didn't. I mean, technically, they just said name. I think they just wanted us to write something on there so that someone else couldn't screenshot, someone else's shot and, just crop it a little bit. Obviously, if you're writing over it, you wouldn't be able to do that. Yes. Got one with the, what color was it? You can tell us what color, you just can't tell us how to find it. I think they're going to be doing more releases. I think they're holding the other one because he did mention before this will be the first Easter egg hunt, and they're hoping to do many more. I was thinking they weren't going to literally be doing these Easter egg hunt. Yep, bigger is better. It'd be great. I'm definitely ill prepared. I'm doing this on my MacBook. I think it's a 15-inch, but it's still not cool. It definitely is. Patience, and Shane said it's going to be, time sensitive, but also patient. He said time sensitive. How much should we look into that? And he kept on saying in style. I know I was really expecting this to be something involving filters because, as I mentioned, Mapbox had something. Their filters are called styles, and Shane would either put in quotations or capitalize in style when he would talk about the release. So I was really hoping there was going to be a filter, but who knows? Maybe next time there will be. Maybe it wasn't ready. This video was obviously done in advance. So, and again, this was supposed to happen last week, if you guys recall, but it got pushed back because Dubai pushed back the credit card withdrawals and a whole cascading series of delays. But this is it. I think the next announcement we're gonna have is phase 2, and maybe that'll be next weekend. And as you guys know, with that comes essence and resources and building. So things are going to start getting really interesting. Wonder how far. And I'm watching all the way to the end, even though the Earth is so far away. Which probably is a waste of my time. Winners will be announced over the following week and receive the credit to the Earth 2 accounts. NFT eggs and Earth 2 profile eggs will be provided in the near future. All right, I'm going to check the Twitter for any announcements from Mr. Shane. Wow, lots of stuff going on with crypto. All right, an hour ago, 3 eggs were found, and he hasn't updated anything since. The eggs are small. The first is always special, but future hunts may mix it up, and I cannot wait for Earth 2 AR to hit to deliver eggs via AR at different locations around the world. That will be awesome. It'll be like Pokemon. Going through some of these pictures, and they're definitely questionable. There's only 2 that I've seen that definitely convinced me that it's an egg. And some of these people aren't they aren't naming. They aren't properly identifying the egg. They're just taking a screenshot of a whole screen. Yeah, that one's definitely one. Yeah, the one in the tree is definitely one. I think I saw a red one. There's a red one that definitely looks legit. Yeah, without it actually showing the Earth 2 logo, it's not. It's kind of BS. But whatever, I don't make the rules. Oh man, good idea though. I like that. So for those of you who have found eggs, like definitely found eggs, at least with like the Earth 2 logo. What were the colors of the ones with the Earth 2 logo? Don't tell us where they are. Don't tell us the time, because that will get you in trouble, and I don't want to get anybody in trouble. But what, I hate to get anybody disqualified. But what were they? What were the colors? I'm just curious, because I wonder if they're using any of the camo ones yet. I'm guessing they're all going to be different, because I saw different color ones so far. That, like I said, the red one and the chrome or white one. I'm going to go with chrome. I think the chrome one was in the tree. That's what it looks like. There's so many little spots. I'm just playing through now at regular speed, and there's so many little spots along the path, or along the terrain. It's interesting that, I mean, they said all the roads would be gone, but I definitely see some trails that, I mean, I guess maybe it's not asphalt, so it doesn't count. I don't know. I definitely see some trails throughout the little Earth 2 world. I'm assuming that they're spaced out. So as soon as you find one egg, I'm gonna guess that the next one is about 30 seconds away, or has some kind of a buffer. They're not gonna all be consecutive, evenly spaced out through the videos, at least how I would do it. There's some areas where it goes super slow, and I'm scanning, but of course there's nothing to be found. Like there's this one time at like a little after a minute and a half, and it's on the top of this hill, and you just go super slow, and you're like, oh, is this gonna be where they show one? No. There's nothing I can see, unless they're using like the green egg. It's hidden somewhere. All right, we're 2 hours into it. I'm gonna get something to eat, and if I find anything, I'll bounce back on. So make sure you got your alerts on, you're subscribed, and all that jazz. And hit me in the comments. Let me know what you guys are thinking, what you guys have found. Those of you who have found stuff, like I said, next week I definitely want to hear about those of you who have found stuff. I'm sure a lot of you have. Now the question is, were you one of the first 50? And what is the prize? But I might have a video. I might go live a little bit later. I don't know. So, but until then, you guys, best of luck. Continue the hunt, and most importantly, have fun. Thanks for tuning in. Like, subscribe. Make sure you've entered the referral raffle. Probably going to be doing some purchases later tonight, and I will be using some of the referral codes from those who have filled out the contact form in the show notes. If you're new, welcome to Earth 2. If you use my referral code for your first purchase, you will be in a special referral raffle that's just for noobs, where you can pick between some premium land, that is mines or UAE land. And everybody's entered into the regular referral raffle, and then I also do a weekly land giveaway, which everybody's involved in. So there's the noob land giveaway, and to enter that, fill out the contact form, send me a screenshot that you made your first purchase with my referral code, and that's just for noobs. And everybody else, you get the weekly land giveaway, the regular referral at raffle. I think I've gone over those redundantly. Have a good one, guys. Best of luck.